How we doing? And then we'll cruise on over. All right, guys, here we are once again. Due process here, Andrew. We're going to be going over here to the Grand Rapids, Minnesota Police Department, and we're going to go in. We're going to request a information request form, a FOIA form, basically. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some video of the outside of the building and see if they honor our rights to obviously take video and photograph in public. This is our first actual time doing it here at our local police department. So stand by as we see if these folks over here are actually upholding their oath to honor and respect the Constitution, defend the Constitution of the United States. Of course, this is the First Amendment. This is what we're going to be doing here today, taking video for press purposes, and we'll be going into the lobby. The lobby has been restricted due to COVID access, so there isn't very much inside the building that we're going to be able to share with you, but hopefully we get some good footage for you today and see if the officers here are actually in fact willing to honor their commitment to the Constitution. And that is, of course, the whole point behind that. I do know that this police department has a little bit of a negative history with honoring people's rights. Obviously, we're here in Minnesota. They do pretextual stops based off air fresheners and those kinds of things. So stand by as we go into this and see if they are going to respect our rights here today, and we'll go forward from there. Remember, we're not out here to doing these to see if we can try and get a rise out of people. We are not out here trying to get any type of lawsuit going on. In fact, we are not interested in suing anybody for anything that is related to taxpayer funded. So we are just here to see if they were going to honor and respect our rights to take photographs and video in public. So here, just like the post office, this is Grand Rapids City Hall. As you can see right here, the building is of course closed, and being that the building is closed, we won't be able to enter the building. But as you can see here, face coverings are required to enter this particular building. As we see it here, let's kind of get back a little bit and show you the whole building. So you can see it's a relatively awesome kind of architecture here on the building today. And let's see if we can see anything from the side view over here. We want to make sure that we do stay in our public sidewalks. We don't want to do anything that would cause us to violate any of the ordinances or rules as it regards to our auditing. But again, we're just going to make sure that the police department is, of course, going to honor and respect our rights. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the signage here on the door. You will see that there is, of course, no public access from the front of the building. You want to make sure that you do use the side entrance there. Here is a fallen soldier. Looks like from the fire department. So rest in peace to that particular person. Honor and integrity there. Never like seeing those kinds of things. And of course, Grand Rapids welcomes everyone. So here is some of the signage. Again, there's that face coverings being required for the building itself, and here is the Fifth Street access sign telling you where to go so that you can access the building. So let's go ahead, take a look at the side here, give you another shot of the building. A couple of windows here. Old Glory is flying in the breeze, as she should be. She is in fairly tattered shape there, so hopefully they do address that. No POW or MIA a flag on top of that, but as you can see here, there is some things going on. Really good architecture on this building. This is a historical building here inside of the Grand Rapids community, just like the post office is. You can see right across the street we have Central School. Central School is actually a museum. Those of you who are familiar with the original Wizard of Oz, Judy Garland, she is Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz. That school right there is actually Dorothy's school. That is Judy Garland's school. That became a museum, and of course they have her house up as a museum as well. So those of you who are fans of the Wizard of Oz there, the original Wizard of Oz, filled with incredibly talented people, that is what that's all about here. So here's a really good view of the building. We are a little bit close, so I do apologize if you are not able to see the whole grandeur of the facility, but we'll kind of give you a really good bead on how the whole thing works, and see if we do actually have that respect of our local police department to be able to take videos and photographs of publicly buildings and publicly accessible areas of the building itself. We'll go here into the lobby in just a moment to kind of share with you what we've got going on here. So as you can see, Grand Rapids City Hall entry. This is what is on the front of the building there. And this is how you get inside of the building. So we'll just give you guys a little bit of a bead as to what's going on over here. You can see there is some community information on the wall. And here you can see E-Verify information. You have the right to work. Don't let anyone take that away. Here is some community things that are going to be going on here in the community over the course of 2021. So those of you who are watching these videos, you guys are from the Grand Rapids area. If you guys are curious about what's going on, you can come right on down here to City Hall and you can see any of the festivities that might be going on. A lot of the stuff for the police department and the fire department and whatnot are on here, so you can take a look at that and see some of the legend down there. We'll get a good view of that for you guys. So just in case you're not able to get down here, you will have the opportunity of coming in. We got a little troll guy up there keeping watch, so that's pretty cool there. And again, here is that honorary plaque for the fallen fire department participant there. So that is unfortunate to be able to see something like that. You can see right here, this is actually the Grand Rapids Fire Department right next door to the police station there. And of course up there you have Old Glory flying in the breeze, as well as the fire department flag. So let's take a look at the building a little bit more. We'll go in, we'll get that Freedom of Information form and see, of course, if they do honor our rights to do that. Here is the side of the building. You can see there are some cameras there, side of the building. That is one of the undercover police cars right there. If you get pulled over by that, just make sure you're on the lookout for that. Now there's some parking, of course, in the back, like anything. You have that there, so you can see all the way up the side of the building there. Some of the architecture, like I said, it's a pretty good building. Interestingly enough, there are some bullet holes in the side of the building here. Take a look at that. Obviously, there are some unscrupulous folks around here. Those do look a lot like bullet holes in the side of the building. Interesting to see. Yeah, some people might be displeased with the Grand Rapids Police Department for obvious reasons there. But here you can see on the side of the building, use the 5th Street entrance. You don't want to use that one. That is not public access. And some police parking only right there on the side of the building. And then what we'll do, cruise on over here to the fire department and give you guys a good view of this. This is actually a pretty cool spot. They don't do it this year, but sometimes what they do is they let the kids come down here, meet the firefighters, take a ride in a fire truck, which is always really exciting for the kids there. And you can see Grand Rapids Fire Department, a little bit of better for wear, as you can see. The eye in fire has been kind of tampered with there. Hopefully the city will take care of that. The mayor should definitely come out here, take a tour of his facilities, and make sure that they are up to par there. And hopefully that makes a lot of sense. You can see right here, here's the entry to the fire department. And as we go over here, you can see that there is, again, another one. Face coverings are required to enter the facility. Let's get you a good shot of those signage so you can see what we've got going on here. That is that right there. Here is a notice of a quarterly meeting. So if you guys have any interest in attending that, you're welcome to do so. That's April 13th. That's Tuesday, April 13th at 7 p.m. at 18 Northeast 5th Street. And you are cordially invited. Right here you can see vacancy on the Board of Trustees. If you are looking to fill that vacancy, there is something that you could possibly do there as well. So hopefully that is helpful for those of you who are here local in the Grand Rapids community. And then you have the doors to the fire department right there. And then of course, right next to the fire department on the cross the street over there, that is the courthouse as well as the sheriff's department. So let's cruise back on over here and see what we've got going on with respect to the police station. Once again, some people coming and going and some of the unmarked vehicles there. And you'll see kind of some of the information that's available and whatnot going on there. How we doing? And then we'll cruise on over here and see. Good. How are you? So there you can see that depositing an envelope. Not exactly sure what that's for. Maybe some of you who are watching here can see. Is that even open? No, it's sealed shut. So I think that is for something else that has been a little bit more used in the past. So that's really, really interesting. Please do not take the gnome. That is kind of funny. Please leave the gnome guard. You want to keep the guard on his watch. Make sure that he's not leaving his post. There he is for you guys there. That is a little bit of humor for us here at the Grand Rapids Police Department. And pretty cool stuff. As you can see, there was a detective out there on the phone. You don't want to catch too much of his private conversation, even though the onus is on them to create that privacy. He was rather polite, so we do appreciate that service there. So let's go on inside and get our information form and see if we can do a FOIA request on some information that we have previous experience with. So here you go, guys, in the lobby of the police department. Here are some of the public posts. If you guys have anything that you needed to post for a public notice, you can do that right here. And we'll get that form right here on the other side. Here again is that public calendar for 2021. If you guys are curious as to what is available from the Grand Rapids Police Department, the Fire Department, and the City Hall. And again, here's those meetings, call to order. All of this stuff is very important for us here in the community to make sure that we are up to speed on what is going on. Remember, if you don't participate, you shouldn't be complaining. So if you wanted to participate in some of these more public meetings, you're welcome to come on down here. Here's some of that information. And then again, right behind here, you have your City of Grand Rapids data request form. And this is actually what we are here to get today, and all of that. So employment application, those of you who are interested in joining the police department, there's an application. You can come down here and grab that. And building permits, if you own a building in Grand Rapids, you can come here and get that permit request form right there. And here's the application for that. And we'll just go ahead and take one of these information forms. We're gonna get some Freedom of Information, a FOIA request on some body cam footage that happened the other day. And so on and so forth from there. There is the good old police department doing their thing inside the back there. Obviously, they're not having any issues with us doing any filming, which is pretty cool. We can go inside here and you can see what is available inside. The door is of course locked because of COVID restrictions, so we're gonna go ahead and respect that here today. But generally you'd be able to walk into the building and get some assistance right up there at the counter there. So that's how that all works out. And of course, that is what we have going on today. Those of you who need masks, if you come on in, they do supply those for you because like we said, it is, please use a mask, it is required. That being said, so guys, that's basically it for today. Wait, we got a little bit more. Here are the different offices that are available inside the building. So just in case you guys had any concerns or questions about what was available here, we'll do our best to come back here at a later time so that you guys can get a good bead on some of these services, who you would want to speak to if you wanted to take advantage of any of these public services that are available to you. So that's all we have here for today at the Grand Rapids Police Station. Come back on outside here and just give them a good farewell. They didn't harass us in any way whatsoever. So again, that is A+ for the Grand Rapids Police Department. Like we said, guys, we appreciate you visiting our channel here today. If you guys have any comments that you want to share them right below the video. Best thing you can do to help support the channel, doesn't cost you a dime, just go ahead, like and subscribe to the channel. And we're going to be doing a lot more of these as we travel the United States. We do have 6 children, so what we'll be doing is we'll be traveling around, giving them an opportunity to see the different governmental buildings, the different jurisdictions, and all of that kind of stuff. So we appreciate you. Like, subscribe, and share the video. Share if anybody else has any questions, comments, and or concerns that they wanted to go ahead and display for everybody. We go ahead and encourage you to do that. You do have the right to address your government, redress your government, so to speak. So hopefully that helps, and you guys have a lot of awesome times when you're out here. If you guys want to do these types of audits, there's a huge opportunity for us to be able to hold accountable the individuals who are basically keeping us safe. I want to make sure that they do continue to do that and not violate our rights in the process of doing it. Looks like Grand Rapids Police Department, of course, did have a really good handle on that. Didn't have an opportunity to speak with anybody because of the COVID restrictions. Makes it a little bit challenging for us to be able to get inside the building and actually have an interaction with anybody. We'll be doing the Sheriff's Department here probably tomorrow or the next day. so that you guys can get a good idea as to what that's all about. See if the sheriff's department and the courthouse does, of course, have the respect to honor and respect our rights to take video and photograph in public from publicly accessible areas and in public buildings. So that being said, guys, we appreciate you. Like we said, like, subscribe to the channel. That is the best thing you can do to help us out. We are just getting started. These are the first few videos that we are going to be doing for the First Amendment audits, and we hope to bring you a lot more awesome interactions, a lot more of these videos in the future. So we'll be hopefully doing them at least once a month, going to a different jurisdiction and doing a post office audit and a city hall audit. So that's it. I'm out. Have a great day.